Jill Biden gives the Women's Award to a man, and Hakeem Jeffries, the House Minority Leader, lies about the border security. I'm Anthony Rader, and this is Politically Unhinged. Now, yes, you heard that correct. Now you heard that right. Not a doctor, Jill Biden, gave the Women's Award, I don't frickin' know what it's called. Alright, International Women of Courage Award. Alright, that's what it's called. This is according to Daily Wire, that I have the source pulled up right here. Dr. Joe Biden has given the award to a biological man, and who is awarded for courage and honor of, in honor of International Women's Day. So beautiful. Oh, I can't believe it. It's so great. Anyway, so Alba Rayuda, I guess that's how the name is pronounced. The man that does not know what's in between his legs or what two chromosomes he has, whether it's XX or XY, got an award alongside 10 women from the Secretary of State. Huh. It's like being a woman doesn't even matter to Doctor, but not a doctor of anything, Jill Biden. You think with the title as First Lady, Jill Biden would know what a lady or a woman is. I mean, after all, she has a doctorate in something that is not even remotely close to what we should be calling a doctor in. But what do we know? She should definitely be called a doctor. She's as much of a doctor as I am. She's as much of a doctor as Santa Claus. She is the best doctor in the world. I mean, how are we supposed to ignore her? She has a doctorate in nothing important. Actually, let's see what Jill Biden has her doctorate in. I guarantee it's nothing important. So, it's not. What? All right, let's see. A doctorate of education. A doctorate of education by Jill Biden. With someone so educated, how are we supposed to know what a woman is when she can't? I'm just saying. It's someone that educated. What are we supposed to know? After all, she got it in 2007. A doctorate in education, guys. We need to call her a doctor. For everything, even though the only person that you should be calling doctor that is not in your field or profession are actual doctors. Actual medical doctors. For instance, if I say, do we got a doctor here? Are we expecting Joe Biden to get up and give CPR to that person? Or perform a tracheotomy real quick? No. We're expecting her to go and freaking read picture books to preschoolers. But yet again, that is probably too much for doctor, not a doctor, teacher, but not a teacher, Joe Biden. I mean, let's be honest. It probably is too much for her. But what do I know? What do you know? We only have, I don't know, I guess, good trains of thought? I mean, Doctor but not a doctor, Jill Biden, is here to tell us what to believe in. Doctor but not a doctor, Jill Biden, has to tell us, oh, men can be women. It doesn't matter if you have a dick. You can be a woman. You know, it's very empowering to see that from doctor but not a doctor, teacher but not a teacher, Jill Biden. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I am very happy to hear that doctor but not a doctor, teacher but not a teacher, Jill Biden, and has that doctorate. I mean, it's so beautiful. I mean, what are we supposed to do? I mean, it is, after all, International Women's Day, which means, I guess we are learning how the sandwich was made. I don't know. But, yeah, I mean, it's, by the way, that is of the recording of this video. But, yeah, doctor but not a doctor, Jill Biden knows more than you. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? I mean, after all, she is a doctor, so she knows when her husband is mentally unwell, falling up the stairs every single week. I mean, what are we supposed to do? Question that doctor about her not being an actual doctor and her being a teacher but not an actual teacher? Because, you know, doctor but not a doctor, teacher but not a teacher, Jill Biden is the best person that we could ever be. You know, I think we should all strive to be like doctor but not a doctor, teacher but not a teacher, Jill Biden. No. And yes, that is, oh, sorry. I gotta use her official title. First lady but not a doctor. Sorry, I've messed that out, like her husband. First lady doctor but not a doctor, teacher but not a teacher, Jill Biden. Yeah, I mean, who would have thought first lady doctor but not a doctor, teacher but not a teacher, Jill Biden would be this smart? Huh. You know, with first lady doctor but not a doctor, teacher but not a teacher, Jill Biden, and seeing her husband slur words, you'd think that she'd help him have grammatically correct sentences. But what do I know? What do we all know? I mean, who cares about that? I mean, clearly, first lady doctor but not a doctor, teacher but not a teacher, Joe Biden does. She doesn't care. Alright, anyway, so Hakeem Jeffries, the House Minority Leader, has said that the border is it's so great. It's amazing. But what do I know? I am just someone that grew up on the border. Hakeem Jeffries said that, it went down from a few months ago. Well, there's actual seasons that these people cross the border. These people cross the border at different times of the year in more droves. I grew up on the border. I've seen stuff. Hakeem Jeffries probably just sat his ass down and did nothing his entire life. I've seen things that a lot of people haven't seen. This is why when people go all like, oh, no, we need to let these people in. Shut up. All right, back in the 90s, you people were touting Bill Clinton for saying, let's build a wall. Matter of fact, let's play that clip.
All Americans, not only in the states most heavily affected, but in every place in this country, are rightly disturbed by the large numbers of illegal aliens entering our country. The jobs they hold might otherwise be held by citizens or legal immigrants. The public service they use impose burdens on our taxpayers. That's why our administration has moved aggressively to secure our borders more by hiring a record number of new border guards, by deporting twice as many criminal aliens as ever before, by cracking down on illegal hiring, by barring welfare benefits to illegal aliens. In the budget I will present to you, we will try to do more to speed the deportation of illegal aliens who are arrested for crimes, to better identify illegal aliens in the workplace as recommended by the commission headed by former Congresswoman Barbara Jordan. We are a nation of immigrants. but we are also a nation of laws. It is wrong and ultimately self-defeating for a nation of immigrants to permit the kind of abuse of our immigration laws we have seen in recent years, and we must do more to stop it.
Isn't it interesting that people are like, oh yeah, go for Bill Clinton, but Donald Trump is bad for saying it. No, Donald Trump can't say that. Donald Trump is a big, bad orange man that actually knows that there are only two genders. Bad Donald Trump. Bad. I mean, what do I know, though? I've just grown up to the border. I've seen literal illegals run away from Border Patrol. But what do I know? I mean, I've had it done Border Patrol checkpoints growing up. I mean, it's interesting how the people that are against border security never have actually been to the border. Never have actually experienced it. I mean, AOC wasn't there either. I mean, we've all seen those pictures of her. Of course, she was just standing outside of an empty parking lot, and she was crying. She was doing her best. She was crying in an empty parking lot. But what do we know? We're just here. You're going, oh, like, yeah. We've seen it. I've lived it multiple times. But are we trying to go all like, oh, yeah, so don't secure the border? Well, the people that are getting across are felons. And if they weren't then, they are now. Because it is a crime to cross the border. No matter how these Democrats want to say that it isn't, because it is. It's a crime crossing the border. Plus, these people that are coming across the border already, they are usually smuggling drugs with them. They are usually murderers, rapists. And we're saying it's okay. They're like, well, people are coming here because they have little children. Well, the people that are coming here with little children, guess what happens? Their children are along the way. Their children are raped. Are we saying that this is okay? Anyone with human decency would see that we shouldn't be allowing any of this to happen. No. People are saying like, oh no, we shouldn't build a wall. They need to get across. Mexico has a wall. They have a wall. How is it not racist that they have a wall? How is it not anything when they have one? I'm just saying. You have a right to protect your country. There are multiple countries around the world that have walls for border security. None of them have had this problem like the United States does have. I'm just saying. People come here by the thousands. Every single year. Or hundreds every single day. And we are saying that it is okay for these people to come and be here, come and cross the border, and risk their lives. It is not. Especially when a lot of these people are part of gangs like MS-13. Are we seriously saying that it is okay for them to do it? Because here's the reality. It is not. If someone that you don't know just walks into your house, are you going to open your arms to them saying, hey, thank you very much for coming in? Or are you going to be like, what the fuck? And try to protect yourself? Now with all these people that are saying, oh yes, we should have an open border, well, guess what? I think you should leave your door unlocked and wide open, because that's what it is, having an open border. People go like, well, why don't we do it on the Canada side? We don't have a problem on the Canadian side. Well, not as big as this. Our southern border, our security on it is decrepit. And we're saying that it's okay. There are people that cross the Rio Grande River every single day.
Rio Grande.
And are we saying that it's bad, it's good for them to go ahead and go all like, oh yeah, go ahead. Here's some chocolates. Take what you want. Here's some free health care. Here's some free housing that we cannot give our veterans. We spend millions upon billions of dollars for these worthless human beings that break the law. And we're trying to say that they are worth more than our veterans that put their life on the line for the country. No, they are not. They are criminals. And I already know all the people on the left are going to be all like, oh, well, Anthony, you're just a racist. I am not. Because I believe that there is one race, and that is the human race. And people breaking the law should be punished. They shouldn't be embraced. We shouldn't be giving them anything that they want. You come across the border, something should happen to you. It should be a penalty. You should be sent back to your country. Just saying. I mean, after all, what are we doing with our veterans? We're letting them be homeless. When Pico and Paco, I don't know what the frickin' names are, Jesus and Jose, are able to get homes. They're able to rent apartments. Because they're cheap labor. And we're just letting our veterans be there on the street? Are you kidding me? And people go like, well, it's not a northern state problem. Yes, it is. Border security is a problem for every state. Every state is a border state. I do not care what you think about that. And until these politicians and these people get it through their thick skulls, I 100% support DeSantis and Abbott busing these illegals to these blue states that have their sanctuaries, saying that, oh yes, please come here. Let's embrace you. I support it. We cannot have a good, stable country without a secure border. Any country that does not have a border security will not be a country for long. And people are like, well, why aren't we doing something then? Well, it's because the Democrats view them as their next voters. They've said it plenty of times. But they fall on the America's deaf ears. You're not telling me that I shouldn't see a problem with this? We have seen people get killed by these people. We've seen American citizens get killed by illegals. And we're trying to say, no, it's fine. It's fine. It's not. I mean, what are we supposed to do? Going on like, oh, well, you know, it's bad, but I guess I should look the other way. Because after all, he came here illegally. What am I supposed to do about it? No. You need to get angry. You need to get mad at your politicians for letting this stuff happen. Hundreds of people a year are killed by these illegal immigrants. And we're supposed to turn a blind eye to these people? The insanity is that that's exactly what our politicians want us to do. No matter what. No matter if they're smuggling drugs, no matter if they're actual murderers, they want us to turn a blind eye and go all like, well, it's not a problem with me. This should be a problem for everyone. If you say, no, let's not build that wall, there's something wrong. I also think that we need to get rid of all the subsidies that comes here being illegal. Free healthcare, you don't get that. Free schooling, you don't get that. Food stamps, you don't get that. You don't get any of the government handouts. At all. That's step one. Step two is build that wall. Because a lot of these people are fleeing the police in their own country. I don't know why it's so hard for people to understand this, but it is. Like, why are we going ahead and saying, like, well, it's not bad. Could be worse. We had the border under control under Trump. And, like, here's the thing, though, too, all right? The border states asked Joe Biden if they could just have the money and they secure the border for their state. He said no. Well, he didn't say that exactly. He said, sniff kids, which is Bidenese for no. But what are we supposed to do? Not secure our border? Not protect the American people? That's what they want. They don't want you to protect it. They don't want your kids protected. They don't think that you have a right to be protected from criminals. I mean, after all, they also want to get rid of your guns. They go ahead and they go like, well, there's no problem. It's just gang violence when someone is killed by these illegals. But what happens if you kill one of them? Oh, that's right. You're locked up. You're locked up. Even if they went on your own property, like in the state of Arizona, where it is illegal to shoot someone for trespassing. They lock you up and they put a bond on you that you cannot pay. But if they do it, no problem. It's absolute insanity to think that this is how far we have fallen. And we shouldn't be going all like, well, what's the next point to do? Or what? All that we need to do is secure it. And there's one side of the political aisle that doesn't want that. It's the same side that says it's okay for you to mutilate your children. It's the same side that says you have no right to protect yourself. You don't have a right to free speech. It's the same side that looks at the tapes that are getting released by Tucker Carlson and they are saying, oh, that's fake. See, Tucker, you're just gaslighting. You're just gaslighting. It's nothing. Don't worry about it, Tucker. Just stop it. It's that side. Which side do you want to trust? The side that doesn't want to do all of that? The side that wants to be transparent? The side that wants you to have control of what your kids learn? Or do you want to trust the side that doesn't support parents? Do you want to support the side that doesn't even know what a woman is? You got to choose. I tell you what, I don't want to be on the other side. I'm on the right side of history. I believe in freedoms. I believe that the government has some things that they need to do to protect their citizens, like securing the border. But I also believe that the government should be out of your daily lives. I also believe that there shouldn't be indoctrination of your children. What do I know? I'm just a pissed off 24-year-old man screaming into his webcam. I'm trying to show you that these young Americans know better. They need to do better. As young Americans, we are here for the long haul. And we have to make this country better for the next 3 generations. Not the next generation, the next 3 generations. Because when we focus on that one, nothing's going to get done. All right. So before we close out this video, I have merch. Yeah, that's right. I have merch now. Look at it all on the screen. It's not much. But if you use the code Biden Sucks, you can get 15% off. That is Biden Sucks for 15% off. And you're wondering, oh, how do I get your merch? Well, just go ahead and type in tinyurl.com/PU merch. That is tinyurl.com/PU merch. And the code, again, for 15% off is Biden Sucks. Now, as always, I am going to leave you off with a quote. And that is, I'm a great believer in luck. And I find the harder I work, the more I have of it. I'm a great believer in luck. And I find the harder I work, the more I have of it. That is accredited to our 3rd president of this great country, Thomas Jefferson. Now, thank you, and God bless.